All right, so here we have another weird example where the third term is this 1 over square root of x. So the question is, how do we turn that into something that we can use the power rule on? And it turns out it's going to work exactly the same way as if we used the method we did before to change radicals into fractional powers and change x stuff in the denominator to x stuff in the numerator with a negative exponent. So we're going to basically leverage the last several types of examples that we've done. And these first couple terms here kind of indicate I guess the term would be shape of the thing that this thing needs to be in. Because we know how to handle these two things, these first two underlined things. So if we can make the third thing look like that, then we can use the power rule. So the first thing we're going to do is change this radical into a fractional power. The stuff that we're not playing with just gets carried along for the ride. Okay? So we have 1 over x to the 1/2 power. Okay, so now we don't have a radical anymore. We're getting closer to what we want. Now we're going to bring that x to the 1/2 power up to the numerator and negate the exponent to get this into a form where we can use the power rule. So copy paste in all the stuff that we're not touching right now. This gives us x to the -1/2. Now we can use the power rule. Let's do that. So we have f prime of x. Then we have -2, x to the -3, just using power rule. -1/2, x to the -1/2, because you're subtracting 1 from the exponent. And then you have -1/2, x to the -3/2. So again, you got to be very careful when you're subtracting. So you have -1/2, -1. So that's -3/2. All right. So I skipped a step. Hopefully that doesn't scare you too much. But yeah, if you just use the power rule in the arrow system that we've been using up until this point, you'll be in good shape. So, all right. Is there anything we can do at this point to simplify this? Yes, we can. But since the problem asks you to find just the derivative, you technically speaking could just stop here. If we wanted to simplify this so we don't have negative exponents, we can do that. We can just write -2 over x to the +3rd, basically undoing what we did at the very beginning, taking our negative exponents, bringing them back down to the denominator where they belong. And then you have -1 over 2 x to the 1/2. Okay. And then this third term is going to be -1 over 2 to the 2 times x to the 3/2 power, +3/2. Sure, you could turn these into radicals. I would stop here.